jumping into our fresh series, into our next best of 3. So it sounds like his plan is to, of course, to stay in France until Star Zagora. Then after that, might be going back to Korea. But for now, here we go. We're jumping into our next series. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines, we have our French Protoss player. We have our blue Protoss. It is Clem for Team Liquid. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Team Little Fairy. It is Percival. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as it is Gamba time. Let's go. Here we go. As for now, we are going to be stepping in. And again, Clem, for those that are maybe unfamiliar, I mean, at this point, everyone should be familiar here. Of course, Clem, he does play Protoss against other Terran players. He does not play TvT. He has not played a TvT since last year, December. It's been, geez, like 6 months. It's been coming up on 6 months here since Clem has competed or played at a TvT competitively. It's all about that Baratas. Meanwhile, Percival going double gas. Now, what I will say is that I do think that Percival has the best chance to bring down Clem or bring down another Protoss opponent. Did mention previously that Percival, he has been peaking in skill, and I would say that right now his strongest matchup is TVP. And he has brought down some big Protoss names over the past couple of weeks, so I want to believe he can threaten Clem. And we'll see how much he can threaten him. For now, is building up. We do have, interesting, the faster tech lab on the racks. We saw this previously, so tech lab on the racks into, I would imagine, add-on swap into early Cyclone, into another tech lab, into Cloak Banshee. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yep, there we go. There's the add-on swap, and again, we should be seeing another tech lab. If that is the case, then we already saw this build in game 1 against Shameless. Show us the second tech lab. Meanwhile, Twilight Council opener out of Clem, going into Blink. Meanwhile, the Rax does reposition. There's the starport, and we're waiting for that add-on. Zed does poke in. Ooh, never mind. Reactor, not Tech Lab. Okay, so this is going to be Cyclone first. This does mean that we most likely are not rushing, or we just aren't rushing into Banshee. Oh. CC is delayed, SCV goes down, and this will delay by a couple of seconds. Nice catch here from Clem, very nice. Behind this, oh, actually, no, never mind. We're still going for the no, not the setup that I was assuming, but yes, we are still add-on swapping. Tech Lab is still going for the starport, going for the Banshees, just in a bit of a different way. Meanwhile, the initial Cyclone moves out. Is going to be zoned away. Cloak Banshee here from Percival. Now, because of the faster reactor, we are going to be going into faster marine production into a delayed tank. So, a heavier marine count. Cyclone being active. Tank was delayed. Is Percival going to be punished for that, though? As Stalkers are forcing Percival back. No bunker. Yeah, no safety bunker. But he should be able to hold on. I say that boys are being pulled to repair. Banshee forced to reveal itself. Oof. That is brutal. Ideally, you want this to be a surprise. Banshee's revealed. Clem does hard it down. Bleeds out a Stalker. Percival holds. Does hold into the high ground. Percival pulls away. Does pull away, and now he's going to be committing. But the problem here with this committed move out, one, he's supply blocked, and that will slow him down a little bit. But Clem saw this coming ahead of time. Clem, he's already aware. Observers with the main army. He's ready for the cloak. And Clemmy doesn't spot the main army. The main army does hit the third, but only one tank. Remember, tank production was delayed, so only one tank this time. Which means Clem, this is a lot more engageable. He just blinks in, takes down the tank, takes down the Cyclone. From here, it does pull away. Ooh. Picks away at the Marines, and he saves the third. Unlike Shameless, we do see that Clem does save the third base, but again, this move out, it just had less weight behind it. There were less tanks, there was a Spire, less of an army. Observer does spot that Percival is just rallying. He's just rallying across the map. Percival, he is committing. Meanwhile, double Banshee into the natural. Tells you the natural not going into the main. So far, 5, 6, 7, 8 of probes going down. Ay, ay, ay. Percival does siege up. And again, doing a lot of economic damage. The tank is going to be targeted, though. Shield barrier is done in time. And Clem holds. Clem, he does hold on. There is another tank, though. The tank does siege. Banshees are cleaned up. And Percival, he did a lot of economic damage. That was good. But he may lose everything in the process. Clem trying to chase him down. So trying, he will. Yeah, he will catch the tank. Percival, he knows his fate. He knows that he has to just stand and fight. He cannot escape. And back at home, what is it to defend? No bunker, no tanks. Uh-oh. There's nothing. There's Marines, there's Marauders, but there's no stim, there's no combat shields, there's no upgrades, there's no nothing. This is a vanilla bio army. And he can do nothing. The Marauders are being focused down. Getting 1, 2, 3. Zones away the medevacs. And Clemmy just snowballs out of control. Avoids most of the mines. Oh, it takes out both medevacs as well. And even if he gets forced out here and now, he's doing so much critical damage. As Stim is almost done. Stim is almost complete. We do have some force fields. And again, Clem just trading as best he can. From here, he pulls away. 17 SCVs go down. And Percival, he's barely holding on. He does have his upgrades now, but too little too late at this point. The damage has been dealt already. Now trying to take a third. Behind this, Clem can get a fourth. You just take a fourth base. Still rallying. See Percival trying to break out. He does have a decent amount of Widow Mines. He can take a fight. Oh. Oh, good. Smart shots are going up. Likewise, connecting with the main zealots as well. Decent engage here by Percival, but at the same time, a massive warping into the main. Clem, he just ignores the main army. GG gets called, and Clem, he takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Clemmy does take a lead in the series. Again, Percival, unfortunately, early on, he was forced to reveal his hands, so the Cloak Banshees, I mean, they were revealed early on. The push was also scattered early on as well. Clemmy had a very strong defense. What I will say is that the Banshees, they still did a decent amount of damage. They were able to get 8 probe kills in between the bases, which was very nice, but still not quite enough. As we're getting into game number 2. Here we go. So we're getting into our next game, into game 2. So someone asking, did Clem qualify for the GSL season 2? For GSL season 2, Clem was in Korea. Clem didn't play in the qualifiers. So he won't be a part of GSL. But here we go, we're getting into our next game, and spawning in the right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the French Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Little Fairy. It is Percival. Here we go. So jumping into game 2 again, and Clem is leading the series 1-0. And again, he was able to, because of Clem's aggression, he was able to scout across the map, able to confirm the build of choice of Percival. This time, double gas opener out of our Terran player. We'll see how hard we commit this time. Last game, sure, it was a cheeky build going into Cloak Banshee, going into the early tank push as well, but everything got scouted. We'll see if Percival can keep this hidden this time. If he can keep it hidden. Moving in. From here, with the double gas opener, we can go into our 1-1-1. We should be going for a CC before the starport, though. We can go into a one-base all in here, but there we go. CC is going to be on the way. So Percival, he will expand. Again, it's going to be a delayed expansion. And we'll keep an eye on the add-ons here. Last game, we did have the early tech lab. But we have seen Percival mix it up and go into Reaper Hellion. Yep, there it is. So Reaper Hellion is on the way. If you recall, we saw this game 2 against Shameless. So 2 Reapers, 1 Hellion, into delayed add-ons. Perp Scout is denied. Oh. Adepta does delay the CC. Nice pick up there by Clem. And even does escape with the Adept. So it delays the CC, does pull away in time. Likewise engaging with the Hellion, getting some permanent damage. Nicely done. That's what's seeing Clem. He engages, takes down the first Reaper, takes down the Hellion, takes down the second Reaper as well. Thankfully, the second Reaper does escape, but there's some brutal losses already, and Clem just keeps pushing. He just keeps moving out. Now, he should not delay the CC. I believe this will finish up in time. It's close, though. It's very close. Oh, no. It's no. Can he finish it? Stalkers are on A move. They're on A move. They waste their shots, and whew, thankfully, 1 second too late. If there was some target firing there, again, Clem was distracted. He was distracted by the Reaper. Reaper got 2 probe kills, but that could have been disastrous. Oh my god. So thankfully, Percival does finish the CC. And it does finish. Likewise, Cyclone shuts down both Stalkers. Percival holds. Percival, he holds, he defends. Likewise, behind this, get into his own tank production. Medevac drop first, so it's going to be a Marine and Cyclone drop into the tank push. Clem back at home is going into Blink. Twilight Council's on the way. Into, I believe, 3-gate? Yeah, 3-gate Blink Stalker. First, he's hunting for a Stalker. Have a quick reaction out of Clem. Breaks the lock on. Takes out a Marine. As the third base is being taken. I'm just setting up on 3 bases. And from here, I was going to say we can set up a no-lane, but last we just blink into the main. Bold dive there out of Clem. It was worth it. Takes down the medevac and takes down the cyclone. Has to respect the tank. But very nice pickups nonetheless. Bunker is not done. There's tank in position. Oh. There is that tank. Percival going for some Raven harass. At the same time, Clem does reinforce. The bunker should finish. It's still not quite done though. And it's not going to be. Dives on the tank. Tank goes down. Second tank has arrived. A little bit late to siege. And he's just going for it. So yeah, once again, the second tank is going to be targeted. Massive pickup. Clem looking to snowball from here. Takes down 8 SCVs. 8-9 workers without any tanks. Percival cannot hold. He cannot hold on. There's no tanks to defend. More boys being pulled. More boys going down. There's another tank, but Clem, he sees it. He wants it. And he dives. He dives for the third time. GG, and Clem, he will take the series at 2-1 or 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Clem, he will claim the series 2-0. He will advance on. Again, Percival just had a really rough time early on, maintaining his own army, maintaining his defenses back at home. Clem was so quick to punish the tanks, so quick to punish the bases. Very, very impressive, very decisive moves there out of Clem. GG. GG well played, very decisive with that. Clem does advance on. Meanwhile, a big shout to King TQD in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the gifted sub to Little Funny Boo Boo. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to the community. Always appreciate it. Always do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Do appreciate it. As alas, Percival does always knocked out. Clem does advance on, and we have to figure out where we are, where we're headed, what has been going on the bracket, and who is remaining in the tournament. Here we go. We have a lot of updates. Let us try to filter this down a little bit.